Hello YouTube, I'm Koi the Boy. There's many reasons we love to play Mortal Kombat 1, we could list them, but one of mine is the voice of Shang Tsung. Probably, you can't have Shang Tsung without a good voice, even though in some adaptations you do. But I would say Alan Lee is the soothiest voice for a piece of S like Shang does. And we got very lucky, that we can hear him as an announcer in Mortal Kombat 1, and I thought, why not rank his line deliveries? Because in my opinion, Shang is the best part of the story mode. Because he's just cartoonishly evil, and the way he delivers some of the characters' lines is just like kind of delicious. You know what I mean? So I got everybody here. Um, you may not think much about it, but the way he delivers some of these lines are like cake, and then others aren't very special. Some of them like he'll deliver them differently. Like Liu Kang because he hates Liu Kang. He calls reptiles Sizoth, because he knew him personally. What like Raiden? He doesn't like Raiden for some reason. He's like Raiden. Don't expect me to do a good impression of Shang, but I can follow along in the line delivery. But anyway, I got a bunch of tiers here. They're just kind of like replacements. So I got like the sinister laugh, just to add some flavor. I consider this like S plus tier. The grin to be S, laugh A, smirk B, upset C, and L D. This ranking is just going to be pure fun, so don't take it too seriously. But I do have a little criteria, just like so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. I like to um, rank them based on tone, delivery, and emphasis. Like for example, like this one isn't special, but like Tanya. Sometimes Shang will place emphasis on the yeah, like Tanya, yeah, to like make it sound better other than just Tanya, and say it really fast, and it just sounds cookie cutter. So, I'll take the weirdest start with this tier list. Like you won't expect this at all. Maybe. I don't think there's many people who are like Shang mains out there or appreciate Shang as I do, but I don't think Shang himself delivers his line very good. I think it's just one of the problems with it. Here, I'll go ahead and play it.
Me. Me. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung wins.
One of the problems with it is that maybe just it's his name. That will be a problem with others' names. Is just their name doesn't sound, as good. Like like I'm looking on the roster right here, like some of them just don't sound like Rain or Smoke. Yeah, so he goes like I think why I don't like it the most is it's cool that he has like me, it's cool. But he goes like Shang Tsung, and he like does something to the sung. He goes Thung. It's kind of like he sticks his tongue out. Shang's again. I'm not the best line deliverer, but I'm not a fan with it. I feel like it could be more sinister, but it's not. It's kind of like childish. And in his victory pose, he goes Sung. Like I just not a fan of how Sung is delivered. I wish it could be done better. And it's a shame because like if you're a Shang Tsung main, you're gonna rock the announcer, right? And whenever you hear yourself win, it's like, oh, there's a lot better characters. Like, why does my character not sound as cool as the others? So it's a weird way to start the list off, but yeah, just not a fan. It's cool that it's cool that he says me, because Shang is so narcissistic and is in love with himself. That's cool. I could give it a point for that. Just for me, that's cool. You know, but the Shang Tsung part, no, I don't like it. What's another one? Scorpion.
Scorpion. Scorpion. Scorpion wins.
This one's alright. I mean, I like, it's got the benefit of having a good name. Scorpion can be delivered very nicely. You know, Scorpion. That sounds cool, doesn't it? And he does make it sound cool. I like, it sounds better when it's not like, doesn't have too much emphasis on it. Like, he doesn't say like, Scorpion or something like. I just think he delivers it smoothly enough. I'm a fan of this one, but not the biggest fan, so I put it in the smirk tier. Promise I'll get on to some I really like, but I'm kind of disappointed by Omni-Man.
Omni-Man. Omni-Man. Omni-Man wins.
If you know anything about the Invincible show, you know that Omni-Man is one of the most ruthless characters you could watch on TV. And I don't like how in his victory pose, he's very soft with delivery. He goes, Omni-Man. I feel like there should be more harder and like more emphasis on the man, you know. But the thing that saves us from going an L isn't the one delivery in the select screen where he goes Omni Man. No, that's not. Uh, Omni Man. Again, can't deliver the best, but he delivers a little bit of sinisterism. If you get the reference, you get the reference in that delivery. But the other two, I don't like at all. Where's the ruthlessness in it? It shouldn't be soft, you know. So there's that. Another decent one here. We got Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wins.
Now I don't think this is as cool as Scorpion, but I think the line delivery is cool. It's got a variety of tones. You know, he drags the sub out a little bit. Man, that sounded really gay, but fuck. Like the variety of tone, the victory screen or the victory win. Just that's probably the best delivery where it goes Sub-Zero wins. You know, kind of drags out the zero. The characters select two different tones, and it just sounds all right. I can't complain about much of it. Baraka.
Baraka. Baraka. Baraka wins.
Probably the best part about Baraka is just the name, and Shang is an elegant man, and there's just something about the Aka. It sounds so dumb saying it out loud, but the Baraka, right? That just sounds smooth as butter. Shang is smooth as butter whenever he's elegant man. So Baraka, that just sounds nice, doesn't it? I don't know why. It just might be a personal thing, but I just don't think it goes uh up in laugh. It's almost there, but it just doesn't. It's buttery smooth, but it's just not quite there. That was a poor exclamation, but yeah. We got Rain.
Rain. Rain. Rain wins.
This one suffers from just having a short name like Rain. Isn't that only like yeah, Rain? That's it. One syllable. You can't really do much with it. Uh, I like the little drag out in the victory win though, where it's like Rain wins. That sounds cool, I guess. But unfortunately, this one's just nothing special. Quan Chi.
Quan Chi. Quan Chi. Quan Chi wins.
This one is just one of my favorites because all three voice lines are very different. You got Quan Chi, Quan Chi, and the victory win you got Quan Chi wins. It just sounds again, it sounds elegant. It sounds like he's giving his best friend like more effort. And Quan Chi is just that's a cool ass name. Quan Chi? Like, oh my god. It's getting harder it's getting really harder to explain why I like this, but just listen to it. It just what is there not to love about it? I love Quan Chi. Next up, we got Ermac.
Ermac. Ermac. Ermac wins.
Something unique about Ermac is, for some reason, he only has one line delivery in the select screen. So, if there was ever a mirror match, it would just be delivered exactly the same. Only I know that because I'll do anything to listen to Shang Tsung. But anyway, I thought I actually liked this one, and I do. But I think I might have liked it more than I might have liked it more than I thought. Uh, Ermac is just an awesome name. Probably one of the coolest names in Mortal Kombat, honestly. And for some reason, I can't explain it, but Ermac sounds exactly what he looks like. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I think I would just put it in the smirk because, you know, it's just it's straight in the middle. And there's nothing too special about it, but there's nothing not wrong with it, you know? Next up, Takeda.
Takeda. Takeda. Takeda wins.
Now, one of the things about Takeda I like is that you can pronounce Takeda in two ways. You can pronounce it Takeda or Takeda, and Shang chose best one, Takeda. Now, the select screen variations or the select screen choices, they're very similar and they're good. If there was no victory, I put it right here. But dude, when you listen to Takeda winning, you got the music playing in the background, and he hits that pose and he slams it down, and it goes, Takeda wins. Something like starts to stick up out of my pants. Like when Takeda hits that pose, he thinks he's him, but then when Shang delivers the victory, he is him. Like he is that guy. Like he is that guy. Takeda wins. I love it. I love it. Sindel.
Sindel. Sindel. Sindel wins.
Now Sindel is an elegant name, you know, she's the queen of Outworld, and the name itself, even though it's literally got the name Sin in it, it's pretty elegant, right? It does sound like loyalty, and you got Shang, the most elegant, wit, and charismatic person, right? So you think this would be an automatic sinister laugh, but I don't know, it doesn't quite hit the mark. I like the line deliveries. Sindel, oh, how's it go? Sindel, Sindel, Sindel wins. You know, that's cool, but it just sounds a little bit too calm. Like I like the line deliveries, but the impact isn't quite there. So I'm gonna give it the upset tier. Not bad though. Now we got Havoc.
Havoc. Havoc. Havoc wins.
Now with Havoc, all three of the deliveries do their job, and you might think this could be more like the other, or I kind of think it's like the other ones, right? You know, it's a simple name, Havoc. But I kind of like just the deliveries of each one, and then the victory screen. It kind of like he says the name just a smidge faster. He goes, Havoc, or Havoc wins. You know, because the victory delivery can't be that long. I don't know much to say about it. It sounds nice, and it kind of sounds just a little bit menacing. You know, he puts the menace in the villain that Havoc is. So I'm gonna give it a smirk. Now we got Sector.
Sector. Sector. Sector wins.
Sector, I love all the different deliveries. They're all great, especially the two select screen ones. They're very different. You got sector, right? He like he puts the emphasis. He puts more emphasis on the sec, and he just kind of gives it like uh, you can like kind of like feel the reputation in the name. And then in the victory screen, Sector's animation is already awesome, and she looks cool as fuck. And he goes, Sector wins. I like the. Not only did the name sound good, but he put really cool emphasis on the wins. It sounds like triumphant and just sounds like she's just awesome, even though she's not that awesome. But he makes her sound awesome. So this one's really good. Goes in the grin. Tara's up next.
Natara. Natara. Natara wins.
I think Natara is the upset tier. Natara has a cool name, but the delivery just doesn't quite hit. And just like the other ones, it's got all the, it does the best it can with its other deliveries, but it just doesn't feel that special. So I'm putting the upset tier. Now we got Reptile.
Reptile. Size off. Reptile. Reptile wins.
I feel like Reptile can go in the laugh tier because he also does have the privilege of having an extra name or more variations, which is cool. He's got Size Off, and the way he delivers Size Off compared to Reptile is cool. He goes, wait up. Let me try again. Size Off. Fuck, I can't do it. But he says it differently to Reptile, if you noticed. And then in the victory sounds nice too. The rep and tile, just the tone is different in the rep and the tile, and it just sounds smooth, and it's just good. You can't complain about really any of it. It sounds nice. In the laugh tier it goes. Next up is Smoke.
Smoke. Smoke. Smoke wins.
Another name where it's only one syllable, so you can only go smoke. There's no there's no smoke. And it tries. One of the deliveries is like kind of lighter. The victory tries to make it sound cool. I just don't think it lands that much, and there's not much special about it. So I'm gonna put it in upset tier. Also, this should be grin, and this should be laugh. Now we got another useless effing blind guy.
Kenshi. Kenshi. Kenshi wins.
And I really like this one. I was prepared to put it up here. I was actually prepared to put it right here. I think it almost is about to go over here because it's got that she in there, and then like the Ken sounds really nice. He just makes it sound like not smooth, but fresh. Kenshi wins. Like, does that not sound so nice? Like, kind of sounds like a mint. Like, you can feel the cold air coming out of that. Right? Am I going crazy? Alright, I'm gonna put it in laugh. I really like it. Now we got Raiden.
Raiden. Raiden. Raiden wins.
And for whatever reason, like, this one is just kind of cold. Like, for some reason, Shang has a vendetta against Raiden in the announcer, which is weird because I don't think they actually ever met.
It's false.
You got, what is it about the line? He just kind of, it's the R, like the R part sounds dark, like Raiden. It's kind of like he's the original announce voicer, even though he's not supposed to be. But yeah, I just think these deliveries were just cold. It makes him sound really cool. He could have just said Raiden. Instead he goes Raiden. Or no, Raiden. Like he hates him or something. So this is a really good one. It goes in the laugh. Kung Lao.
Kung Lao. Kung Lao. Kung Lao wins.
I thought Ermac was a cool name. I think Kung Lao is one of the coolest names. Lao is awesome, and then Kung just really goes nice with Lao. And then Shang really loves his L's, you know. Kung Lao. Maybe it's more of an O, but dragging out the Lao sounds awesome. And then he makes him sound cooler in the victory too when he goes Kung Lao wins. You know, that just sounds good. So I'm putting straight in green. Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage wins.
There's a lot of ways you could deliver Johnny Cage, you know. Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage. Maybe not a lot, but I just think somehow I can't do it, but you can deliver the name a variety of different ways, but I'm just not the biggest fan of how it's delivered. I just don't think it sounds as cool as it can. And then in the victory screen, he just kind of sounds annoyed of announcing that he won. Which shit, I would be annoyed if I had to announce that. But you know, just the fact that if he's gonna win, you know, just make it you know, smoother. But yeah, this one's mid. I'll put it in smirk. Now we got the one who feared how formidable he would become.
Liu Kang. Liu Kang. Liu Kang wins.
And this one's awesome. I've loved it since the first time I heard it. You can hear the bitterness, which is awesome. It's like, can you just imagine that little detail is left out? Like Shang and Liu Kang, they are the arch nemesis of Mortal Kombat, even though this version of Liu Kang would whoop Shang, you know? They will always hate each other. So the select screens, it's just, you can hear the bitterness, that's cool. And then it's just kind of silky when he wins. Liu Kang wins. Another great name, Liu Kang. Liu Kang, you can't go wrong with Liu Kang. And you can't go wrong with Alan Lee. So Liu Kang wins. I love it. T1000.
T1000. T1000. T1000 win.
These DLC ones are really... Is there a bad DLC one? Or besides Omni-Man. Yeah, he's just so good with the DLC ones. This one is one of the best ones with a variety of deliveries. You got T1000, and then T1000. You know, putting more emphasis on the T, and then kind of like astonishment of like the T1000 itself when he goes T1000, and then he kind of speeds it up when he wins. T1000 wins. Again, can't go wrong with it. It's awesome. He did him justice. Yeah. Ghostface.
Ghostface. Ghostface. Ghostface wins.
Again, with the DLC, they're just really freaking good. I didn't actually think much of this when it came out, but one of the best parts about this announcer voice is when they have two syllables or two names, and then they just make the last part sound really good. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later, or actually the next one. But yeah, Ghostface. Like you can kind of like he's like putting the fear in the Ghostface. Like, he's not making him sound lame as hell at all, even though he's just a guy in a mask with a knife, even though, you know, that's not really his thing in this game. Um, so yeah, another one that just, like, doesn't have any faults. It sounds cool as hell every time you hear it. Oh, the Homelander.
Homelander. Homelander. Homelander wins.
This actually made me, like, play Homelander more. All three line deliveries are so good. Like, you at home, if anybody's even watching this shit, man creaming his jeans over the way Shang Tsung announces these names, but literally all three of them are so good. Homelander, putting the emphasis on the home, and the fact that I'm a big The Boys fan. So the fact that Homelander, I love Homelander in this game so much. I don't care. He can mix me up all day. The fact that he's so good in this game when he's, you know, the strongest in his universe, and he's the top of the he's the top of
You're
the
the top
food
of the food
chain.
chain.
You know, oh my god, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, um yeah, I just love the emphasis and then the silk, like the smoothness of it's almost like it reminds me of that one scene in The Boys season 2 where he like comes out of the shadows. It's almost like you could like introduce him as like somebody that's about to like kill you, or like you're entering a ring with him. Homelander. I didn't I can't do it as good as Alan Lee did. And then the victory, just it doesn't even sound like pleasant. But at the same time it sounds awesome. Homelander wins. I kind of like how he speeds up the like the ander. Homelander wins. And then the music, whatever music is going on with it, just makes it sound even cooler. I love it. I love it so much. Just the fact that it's the Homelander too, like, out of any character that can be the best one, it's the Homelander. He's the top of the food chain. Bruh. I almost want to give him his own tier. Oh, like, I think I might be the only one out there in the world that can lose his mind over a fictional character saying Homelander's name. Now we got Conan.
Conan. Conan. Conan wins.
This one again, another DLC, so it's gonna be really good. Silky smooth, great line deliveries. I like the speed of this one. Like there's no kind of dragging it out, and you know, Conan is a warrior, so he makes him sound cool. He goes Conan, and then the victory goes Conan wins. That one in the victory is kind of like the only one I like, just kind of being a lighter tone, because it sounds nice, and plus he's literally got a light on him. So again, these DLC characters, he just makes them sound cool. All of them. It's awesome. Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Booyah!
Peacemaker. Peacemaker wins.
Now I said I know all the DLC were good, but I think this one it's just good. It's not one of my favorites, but it sounds good. The victory, Peacemaker wins. I like that lighter tone. And then one of the deliveries is just kind of like acknowledges the goofiness of Peacemaker. It's like, how does he do it? I actually got the selection right here. He's like, Peacemaker. Almost like he's looking at the selection. He's going, what is this? Like reading off the line. You know. So yeah, it's good, but it's not one of my favorites. Kitana.
Katana. Kitana. Kitana wins.
I like how the elegance is held in this one, and then the two syllables kit and ana. So you keep a medium tone, and then you kind of like keep a lighter tone at the end at the ana, you know, because Katana is beautiful, but at the same time she's a warrior, so you go Katana wins. I like it. It was delivered great, but it's not up there. Ooh, Reiko.
Reiko. Reiko. Reiko wins.
This one is just not one of them I like because Reiko is a warrior, and it kind of sounds like Shang is like got a thing for Reiko, like putting too much emphasis on the, not emphasis, but like, what is the word? Like, he goes Reiko. It sounds like he's lusting for him. I just don't like how there's, this might be the only one like where there's like lust in it, dude. So like, he just doesn't sound cool. Like, I think I would like it if it was like Reiko. I don't know, just make it sound sharper, not whatever that is. So yeah, I never like losing to Reiko, so I have to hear that. But it's also not the worst thing in the world. Even though I'm putting it at L, I'm only putting it there because why does it sound lustful? Get that out of here. Even for Shang, like obviously like Shang is sus, right? But why it gotta be Reiko? Melina?
Melina. Melina. Melina wins.
Melina is a beautiful name, and I think Melina was said quite nicely and beautifully by Shang Tsung. Melina. Yeah. I don't got much to say about this one. Nice emphasis on the at the end. I like that. Melina. Yeah, it's nice. But I don't think the name is cool enough to get up there. So yeah, we can put it in smirk. Now I got Ashura. I thought Ashura would be like right here, but
Ashura. Ashura. Ashura wins.
now I re-listen to it, and I just like how he makes his voice sound. Just how he the Ashura, more like Ashura, like instead of going that sounds so dumb. Instead of going he goes Ashura. What am I doing with my life? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Yes, it's solid. Ashura's a good delivery. Oh my god. Alright. Cyrax.
Cyrax. Cyrax. Cyrax wins.
Cyrax is a cool ass name. So he gets all the deliveries right. You know, it's cool that when Cyrax and Sector, like the playable characters, weren't out yet, you got the cameos. And then you eventually got the victory delivery. And it even adds to it. So even if like these two weren't playable, like they probably would have gone right here. But now they probably go right here. I really like the select screen one though for Cyrax, and not the victory one. I'm not a big fan of, but it still kind of gives it points right here. Cyrax. Cyrax. Cyrax wins. Doesn't that just sound good? Sounds kind of badass. Yeah, there it goes. Li Mei?
Li Mei. Li Mei. Li Mei wins.
Another cool name, and Shang makes her sound cool. I like that one where he goes, Li Mei. You know, it's kind of like Katana, where he keeps the softness in her voice, but he also has the other variations where, you know, it makes her sound cool. Li Mei. Solid. Yeah, just like Ashura and the other ones in here. Not much that can bump it up, but it sounds as good as it can. Geras?
Geras. Geras. Geras wins.
I'm gonna put Geras in Smirk. I like all the variations. Well, you got Gearus. Gearus. The two character ones are solid. I feel like if he didn't have the victory one, he'd go right here. But the victory one, I kind of like how it's rushed. I like the wins. The wins part more than Gearus. Gearus wins. Like, it doesn't, the victory delivery, there's no other one that really sounds like it. Plus, like, the victory is already, like, cool looking enough. So when he snaps his fingers, it almost looks like the victory is, like, getting rushed. Like, Gearus wins. You know? Wow, that was an odd one. But yeah, it's good. Tanya.
Tanya. Tanya. Tanya wins.
Tanya. Again, Tanya is just another smirk. I like the emphasis, like I said earlier, I like the emphasis on ya, like Tanya. And then the victory sounds like kind of soft, even though Tanya is not a soft person. It just sounds nice and elegant. You know, there's not much to complain about it. It's as good as it can probably sound. General Shao.
General Shao. General Shao. General Shao wins.
I'm with Shao and upset because I think General Shao is too long. I think if it was Shao Kahn, it would sound really nice. Oh, I wish we could hear Alan Lee say that. But it also sounds as good as it can. You know, he puts emphasis on the general, like General Shao. General Shao. You know, he puts on the two variations in the select screen, he puts different emphasis on the general or the Shao. And then the victory is not really all that to me. So yeah, don't think too much of it, unfortunately. Another DLC, Noob Saibot.
Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot wins.
Which means it goes up here because pretty much all the DLC except Shang, Omni-Man, you know, like Peacemaker. Oh wait, yeah. All the DLC are just built different. Uh, yeah. Speaking of General Shao, I like how Noob Saibot, the first one, Noob Saibot, the noob, emphasis on the noob, makes it sound dark. And then the second one, Noob Saibot. Maybe I got that mixed up. But again, two different variations, makes it sound different. It sounds silky smooth. And then in the victory, Noob Saibot wins. Noob Saibot. That's just a good name. God. My exclamations are getting rough. Yeah, you listen to them. They sound good, right? So, yeah. I don't. Maybe the recording should just do the work. All right, it's good. All right, now I got the cameos. We got Tremor.
Tremor. Tremor.
I'll try and like get past these a little quicker. Tremor, I don't think this one is too special. Tremor is a cool name, but the variations, you know, you just got Tremor, Tremor. You know, it's just the standard. It doesn't sound as cool as it could be, unfortunately. Jax.
Jax. Jax.
Man, you think this one would like go straight here? But I'm honestly gonna put it right here. I just think it sounds awesome, like the axe, and then the J, the jet, the J, the J and the axe just go so well together. Jax, Jax. That one where the one where it goes Jax. Doesn't that just sound delicious? Yeah. What am I doing? All right. Madam Bo.
Madam Bo. Madam Bo.
Holy crap! This one was the first time I heard this one. I was like, "Oh my god, that is tough." Like, Madam Bo. Everybody knows you don't mess with Madam Bo. But when Shang said, "Madam Bo," I like that little pause after Madam. Madam Bo, right? That is tough. That is a good line delivery. Alright. Kano.
Kano. Kano.
This one's pretty standard, but I'm gonna put it in Grin because I kind of like the one variation where he goes, Kano. It almost sounds like he's like fascinated by Kano. It sounds like he wants to employ him. And it sounds like softer than you would expect. Yeah, that's what I got to say for Kano. Janet Cage.
Janet Cage. Janet Cage.
This one is good. I like this one. Because when you select her, you'll hear that stupid like sound in the background, and then it just sounds nice on its own already. So it'll go Janet Cage. It's just catchy, and most variations are pretty good. When he says Janet a little louder, you wouldn't think a name like Janet would sound cool when Shang says it, but he makes it sound cool. Janet Cage. Movado.
Movado. Movado.
I like both deliveries. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in Grand. I like the Movado. Again, Movado is just a cool name. Can't go wrong with Movado. Alright, here's one that's gonna be surprising for anybody that doesn't use the Shang announcer. Chameleon. This voice delivery is awesome.
Chameleon. Chameleon.
The two delivery distinctions are crazy. Literally, whenever you like, you know how like if you're like in practice and you just rush everything, you know, like you got the two characters picked instantly, and then like maybe like there's like two chameleons already picked out, and you hit the stage. When it goes chameleon, chameleon, that second delivery of chameleon, that is just hard. I love the two different tones. It's like fascination and then like just like cold. Like it sounds like chameleon. The second delivery of chameleon is like a devil. Chameleon. 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 Doesn't that just sound? I love Shang Tsung. And I got Frost.
Frost. Frost.
How did it even go? It went like Frost. I can't even remember the other one, but I know it's not much special. So I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah. Sonya, get to know ya.
Sonya Blade. Sonya Blade.
I like how he says Sonya Blade. That's cool. Instead of Sonya, like I can't imagine it without the blade. It sounds a little less cooler without the blade. Sonya Blade. Makes her sound a little serious too, even though she's not like the most threatening cameo in the world. Yeah, that's gonna go in Smirk. Sounds nice, but not the best, or not up there. Farah.
Farah. Farah.
Is another one that just sounds nice. The coolness doesn't go as far as it can. I'm gonna put it in Smirk. The Farah. Farah. Not much you can really do with Farah. Alright, now we got Motaro.
Mutaro. Motaro.
I was gonna put this one in L, but I just re-listened to it, and I just kind of like the delivery. There's not much distinction or really even anything unique about it, but it's not as bad as I thought. He tries to make it sound as smooth as he can, so I'll give it to him. Now I'll put in Upset. Serena?
Serena. Serena.
I thought this would go a little bit higher, but there's I kind of wish there was a little bit more menace in it, but there's not. There's Serena. Serena. You know, that's as far as it goes. So another upset one. Chujinko.
Shujinko. Shujinko.
Just like Motaro, cool name. Just like Motaro and Serena, a cool name. But it can't really go that far because they're cameos. They don't win, and you know, he's not really aggressive about it or anything. He doesn't try to make it sound cool. But at the same time, it's not bad, but it's not special. So upset. Striker.
Striker. Striker.
Here's one I actually don't like. I just trying to like kind of like keep it in a lower tone just doesn't make it sound cool. I actually think this goes in L because it just doesn't sound cool at all. Like this is like an actual L, the way it's delivered. And I don't actually blame Alan Lee or voice director. It just it's Striker. I don't even know how I'd make it sound cool. Goro though.
Goro. Goro.
Shang Tsung got a good relationship with Goro, at least in the past timelines. So I'm glad that Goro sounds cool. The like when he keeps it really like kind of, I can't find a good word, but like he makes it sound tough in the beginning. In the first one, he goes Goro, Goro. Is it just me or does, I'm sorry to sound like cringe, but like does it Goros kind of like sound like a snack? Like some Goros? Like some Goros would sound yummy. And I just think when he goes Goro, it kind of sounds yummy. Yummy in my tummy. Put Goro and grin. Alright, and last but not least, we got Darius.
Darius. Darius.
Darius, kind of surprised. It would be down here. But he's got that one delivery where he goes, Darius. Here, I'll play it again.
Darius.
It kind of sounds like he's like clearing his throat, or like there's like something in his throat. It sounds like how a dad or like a grandpa would talk to you, or like open up, or start their first words when they're like on the couch and haven't said anything in a bit. That was very, uh, that was very specific. But if you understood that, good on you. Now let me rearrange this real quick. Alright, so there you go. I just realized I probably should have put it in presentation mode this whole time. Whoops, this is actually my first ever like commentary video ever. And I probably did a terrible job and said some really cringe things. And the fact that this video pretty much even exists. I'm probably the first and probably only person that'll ever do this. And if there's anybody weird enough to even watch this video, thanks somehow for even finishing this. But I'm Koi the Boy. I love Shang Tsung, and Homelander wins.